Welcome to Hearts of Iron 4, the only game with Romania. Isn't that cool? Now, fun fact about me, Romania used to be my favorite country to play in Hearts of Iron 4. See, I don't like when things are too easy, but I also don't like when things are impossibly hard. So, I always found Romania to be a nice, comfortable middle ground. Not too big, not too small. But it turns out I was wrong. Turns out Romania has the potential to become one of the world's strongest nations in the game, able to not only conquer the entire Balkans, but also dismantle the USSR and annihilate the Axis powers all before France falls. So, let me show you how to turn Romania into the world's newest superpower. How's it going, fellas? My name is Josh, and welcome to Romania and Hearts of Iron 4. Now, why are we here today? What exactly has changed with Romania? Well, the answer to that is absolutely nothing. This is the exact same Romania that we've been playing for the past, 7, 8 years now? Same exact focus tree that came out in, I'm pretty sure, Death and Dishonor back in 2017, which is almost a decade from now, which is something that I don't really want to think about because it makes me feel old. So, the fact that we've had the exact same Romanian focus tree for this long leads me to exactly one question. Why is it that I never see anybody doing it right? Look, this focus tree is one of the strongest ones in the entire game, do not let the size deceive you, but the problem is every time I watch a video on somebody doing Romania, they always do something wrong where they leave themselves without some of the potential benefits they could be getting, and I'm sick of it. So today, I'm going to be taking Romania and min-maxing the focus tree to actually show you how to get as much out of it as you possibly can. So without further ado, let's get into it. Number 1, technologies. This is not advanced, we're going to do the basics. Electronic engineering, basic machine tools, and construction 1. We're going to be prioritizing the economy because that is going to be our biggest bottleneck. Speaking of economy, all of our extra military factories are going on infantry equipment because that is our biggest deficit, and our extra dockyard is going to go on convoys. We're just going to go ahead and queue every single dockyard we get onto that, let your submarine finish. It doesn't really matter that much, but that's alright. We're also going to go ahead and trade for some steel. I like to trade from France just to give them a leg up because we're going to hopefully use them to our advantage later. This gives them just a little bit more power, so we'll trade 2 to that, and that's fine. As for our civilian factories, we're going to go ahead and build max infrastructure in northern Dobruja, then queue up max military factories, and then do the exact same thing in the capital region, so it should look something like this. That's good. Next up, for the military, all you really need to do is shift everything over to your infantry division, but I am also going to go ahead and assign these to one army, split it, add it to a second army, and put everyone in the same army group. Something like this doesn't really matter. You can use these however you want. So now let's actually pay attention to what Romania is starting with. We have exactly 2 national spirits at the beginning of the game. This one on the right is neutral foreign policy and basically just means that the tension limit needs to be way higher if we're going to actually do anything. This one doesn't really matter because we're going to be getting rid of it after our first focus. As for the one on the left, this is King Carol II's lifestyle, and this does not do anything directly. Instead, it trigger a bunch of events in the future, and I'll talk about those once we get there. Let's go ahead and dive into the focus tree. So it's no secret that the Balkans dominance path of the focus tree is the strongest. We get a lot of free claims on a lot of different countries, but in order to actually do these, we're going to need more manpower in the field. If you hover over Puppet Bulgaria or Align Hungary, you're going to see the 400,000 fielded manpower requirement. This is going to be our first priority, getting above that. So the number 1 way to actually boost our manpower is with another focus, and that is revise the Constitution. This is going to do 2 things. The primary one is giving us more recruitable population, 1%, which is actually a lot. The second thing this is going to do is allow us to do pretty much everything with political power at 25% reduction cost, so that's what we're going to be rushing for first. So the very first focus we're going to do is institute royal dictatorship. This will give us some political power, it'll remove that bad national spirit, and it will change our leader. So we're going to unpause the game, set it to speed 5, and we're going to wait for an event to trigger. And here it is, King's Mistress purchases villa. Basically, our king is going around spending government funds on himself, and we need to figure out how to deal with it. With the top option, we can get 40% consumer goods to factories for 90 days, which is a pretty big hit to the economy, or we can reduce that to 6% over 90 days at a cost of 90 political power. In my humble opinion, the top one is the better option. We are still at an early game economy, which means these percentages don't really matter that much. Right now, we have 8 factories working on infrastructure, and if we do take this one, you're going to see that shift to 5, so it's costing us 3 factories for 90 days. I would rather have the political power, and I recommend you do the same. Now, we're just going to unpause until our focus is done. And there we go, Institute Royal Dictatorship is done, and we have a new leader. This is Carol II. He is a hedonist, which gives us a minus 5% stability hit, which is not great. He kind of begins as a pretty sucky leader, but he is going to get better as we progress Now, at this point, you're going to have a lot of political power. Do not use it yet. We're going to save this until we finish the next focus, which is going to be revise the Constitution. Go ahead and click that, and before you unpause, we need to start recruiting some units. Basically, all we're going to do is we are going to train as many of the basic infantry division as possible, set them to only be 1, and throw as many as you can. You should be at about 22 divisions, which is fine. You're going to set this to be high equipment priority so that we can get as much manpower into the field as possible. Set a location, doesn't matter, and we're going to unpause. Now, all we're going to do with these guys is just force deploy them the moment they can be force deployed. This is going to artificially increase the amount of manpower we have in the field, and by extension, let us do our focuses much faster. And there's our focus done. Revise the Constitution is completed. This has given us a new national spirit. This gives us an extra 1% recruitable population. That's nice. Now, what it has also done is change the modifier on Carol. So basically, everything that we need to do with political power has been reduced by 25%. Not everything, but all the normal ones that we do. So this is where we're going to actually use our political power. First up, we're grabbing a silent workhorse to get even more political power, because political power is always important to get early on. And second, we are going to change our conscription laws to limited conscription for more recruitable population. Now, after this, in the focus sheet, we can actually move over to Balkans dominance and get that started. Hit that, and we're just going to sit on the recruit and deploy screen and just force deploy any unit that gets enough manpower to be deployed. So, 2 are ready, just force deploy them. This is what we're going to do the entire time we wait for the next focus to be done. You will spam this button until it cannot be spammed anymore, and then you will continue to spam it until it goes away. Again, another event, King's Mistress Purchase Villa. We're going to do the same thing again. We're going to eat the economy hit in favor of the political power. And there's Balkans dominance done. Now, we do not have enough fielded manpower to do the next focuses yet, so instead we're going to move over to fortify the borders because it is a prerequisite for some of the other focuses we need to do later. Knock this one out, 70 days, just get it done. Meanwhile, all your researches, again, you're prioritizing the economy, so excavation, dispersed industries, all that stuff. And once you have more political power, we can also change over to partial mobilization. That's going to be very nice for us. I'm still force deploying every single recruitable unit the moment I get the chance to. That's good. That's another one. There's another one. And we should be able to get all of these units out in the field before our next focus is done, or at least almost done. And looks like I was right. Every single unit is now in the field. We can come over to the top right in our army to check how much manpower we have in the field, and it is 500,000 in 1936, which means we're open to most of the Balkans dominance paths already. Now, we can take this guy, we can throw him on a new army, and start assigning all of our generals. Something like this is fine, and we also have more political power, so we're going to go ahead and hire a chief of army. I'm going to take the offensive expert. Now, this is a little bit up to you. I like the offensive guy just because it gives me more offense, but the real thing we need is army experience, so take that. And now, fortify the borders is done. Gonna hit OK on that and move on to the next one. Now, we have an option right now. We can either puppet Bulgaria or align Hungary. You want to go for Bulgaria first. They are much weaker than Hungary and much more likely to say yes without a fight. Now, do you actually have to do anything to get them to say yes? No, they should be willing, even if you don't improve relations or put people on the border, but I am indeed going to put people on the border. Just right here, I'm avoiding this tile because it has bad infrastructure, so we might lose a little bit of guys to attrition there, but we're just gonna sit like this, and there is a 99% chance that Bulgaria just says yes. And there we go, focus is done, Bulgaria submits, we get them as a puppet for free. This is pretty much gonna happen in every single run. So now, delete this front line, and we're going to send everybody over to Hungary instead. I'm holding shift to create a field marshal front line just because I like those better, and I am going to go ahead and plan an offensive because the odds of Hungary saying no are very high. Go ahead and knock out that next focus, align Hungary, and with our excess political power, we are also going to hire something a little bit interesting in a democratic reformer. Now, the reason for this is actually kind of interesting because we might need to go democratic. I do not know for a fact. Trust me, that'll make sense in the future, but right now we're just going to make sure we have the option to go democratic at a moment's notice. And back to unpausing. Another King Mistress event. We're going to take the top one again. We're still taking the 40% goods to factories because honestly, this isn't even that bad. We've changed over our economic law, so now we have 8 civilian factories working on mills, and that took off 2. So 2 factories for 90 days versus 90 political power. I'm taking the political power at least for a little bit longer. And here's another option, anti-Comintern Pact. Whenever you get this, you are actually going to join it because we need Germany to like us. And if we refuse, they're going to not like us. So we're going to join that and keep doing what we're doing. Now, it's just a little bit of a min-maxing tactic. I am going to come over and edit our basic infantry division. I'm going to duplicate them and just set them to be elite. We'll update that, and all we're really going to do is change these guys on the end to those elite divisions because we want the people on the ends of this front line going to be a little bit better equipped than they would be normally. This isn't a super important part of the plan, but it just prioritizes those people getting equipment before the middle of the army, and we need the ends to be slightly more powerful. But trust me, it's not going to matter that much. And focus is done. Now, this is actually a little bit interesting. This is not a very common option at all. Kingdom of Hungary offers a friendship treaty. You can actually invite them to a faction, which I do not recommend because I would much rather puppet them. And that is exactly what I'm going to do with this bottom option. Now, there is a chance that they will become your puppet for free, but that is not a very high chance. So we're taking the bottom one and we are going to war. Hit OK, declare the war pretty much immediately, send that, and let's go. Now, before I tunnel vision and forget, we're going to set up our next national focus. Now, you're going to be tempted to do either secure Greece, divide Yugoslavia, or split Czechoslovakia, but I'm going to tell you not to do this yet. That is because they require us to have 500,000 fielded manpower, and we're just barely above that. And if we manage to take too many casualties in the Hungary war, it will auto-cancel, wasting time. So instead, we're going to go ahead and grab Royal Foundation while we're doing this war. This will give us an extra research slot, and that is really, really nice. Start that, queue up the battle plan, and let's get it. Now, we're going to do a little bit of micromanaging here. We're going to make sure that everybody on the ends is actually pushing in because these are the weak points. So if you find anybody sitting back like these guys right here or these guys right here, send them in, hit those ends. Now we're going to sit and watch for one of these tiles to break, either the northmost one or the southmost one. And looks like they are actually both going to break, which is fantastic. So at this point, we need to pin the front line as much as we can. These 4 units right here are going to resend into the unit that just broke to try to break him. And these guys are going to pin here. This 7 stack's going to hit that. 6 right here. Another few guys right here, and so on. We need to keep these guys pinned on the front as long as possible. And then you're going to micromanage and send pretty much as many people as possible to cut this line in half. If we can manage that, we'll be in really good shape. Then take a few more guys and just send them all the way down here to Győr. Now we'll let things go. We'll unpause a little bit. They're going to try to stop us in some places, but we need to make sure that doesn't happen. You go around, try to encircle this man. Nope, they brought somebody else, so you're going to go around here, and try to cut that off. Perfect. Front line is completely encircled, and now you are going to try and make your way to Budapest. And if we've done everything right, we should get a really, really easy war out of this. You go here, go to Pex. You keep these battles going as long as possible. Nope, do not stop. You go down to Baja, and that should do it. Now, here's where we have to actually do something a little bit interesting. Under normal circumstances, sure, go ahead, annex whoever you want, but not this time. It is essential that we make Hungary a puppet. Now, you don't technically have to make them all a puppet, but I like to go ahead and make puppets because I like using puppets. So I'm going to make every single one of them a puppet. I'm going to take resource rights, and I'm going to take war reparations. That's going to be okay. We're submitting this demand, and this is what we're doing. Now, if you do not make them a puppet, I'm going to disown you, and you're not allowed to watch the rest of this video, all right? So do that, confirm and exit, and let's keep moving. So we're in March of 1937, and we've already conquered 2 other countries. This is fantastic. Now, we've got a lot more political power at this point. I am going to go ahead and ban fascism. This is going to be important for later because some of those Axis nations are going to start influencing our politics. I just don't want that. So ban fascism, and I am now going to throw every single unit I have on this front with Yugoslavia. And along with that, I'm going to start training even more divisions. We're going to do the exact same thing that we did earlier, this time training about 30 divisions, setting them to higher priority, and just getting them out and deployed as soon as you can. And next focus is done. We've got another research slot. Again, I am still prioritizing my economy mainly, but at this point, I'd be going ahead of time quite a lot, so instead I'm going to shift some guys over to do some other basic stuff like infantry equipment, support companies, and artillery. Next focus, this is where we actually do divide Yugoslavia. This is a little bit of a different focus than the other 2 that we've done, but we're going to go ahead and start that. Just make sure you have the 500,000 required fielded manpower, and you should be fine. Also, once you're done fighting Hungary, you shouldn't need to trade with France for nearly as much metal as we were before. We're down on 5, so we can trade only 1 factory now instead of the 2 from earlier, saving us a little bit of money. And now, King's Mistress purchases Villa again, but now we actually want to spend the political power because we've got all the political power we really need. We have a semblance of an economy now, so the top option would hurt us a little bit more. So we're just going to take this bottom one. And there's our divide Yugoslavia focus done. Now, what this has done is actually something a little bit interesting. Instead of sending a demand to Yugoslavia to say, hey, be my puppet or I'm going to declare war on you, it has actually opened up something in the Decisions tab. Now, if we click this, we're going to see something interesting in Yugoslavia. They are now covered in a bunch of weird little icons. Now, I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with what this is. Basically, it is a system to let us draw a treaty to divide Yugoslavia ourselves. But then that raises the question, why are they all grayed out? Well, that's because we have to invite at least one other person to actually divide Yugoslavia, because we can't just claim it all for ourselves. This is where puppeting Hungary comes into place. Because you see, we have the option to invite people like Italy and Germany, and they're going to take all their stuff and we're going to get some of ours. But what we also have the option to do is actually invite our own subject in Hungary to divide Yugoslavia. And in order to do that, we just have to click this button right here, invite Romania and Hungary. Now, there is a very, very slim chance that they either say no or it bugs out, in which case I would just go ahead and restart because we're not that many years into the game, but I'm going to go ahead and click this, and now we have access to dividing Yugoslavia. And now all we have to do is ensure there's at least one claim on every single province in Yugoslavia, and all we have to do is just click on one of the states that we want to take. It'll cost 20 political power every time you do it, which is not that bad, and Hungary is going to help. Now, at this point, we're going to go ahead and secure Greece. We still have the 500,000 manpower required. Go ahead, knock this out. It's going to give us a war goal on Greece. They do not get the option to just accept, so we are going to have to fight them. So, new Field Marshal front line, I'm sending the whole army down and deleting the old one. Now, another little mention at this point, we can go ahead and assign a doctrine. I am still a massive fan of Grand Battle Plan, so that's what I will be taking in this scenario. Unlock that, and that just lets us build up a little bit of experience once we actually do invade Greece. And once secure Greece is done, we are immediately declaring war on them. Again, the goal is to kill them quick. We do need to invite Bulgaria to this war, invite them in, and remember, before unpausing, we need to set our next focus. This one is actually going to not be split Czechoslovakia. We do not want to do that until after the Anschluss has happened, and I will explain that later. So instead, we are going to rush down to militarized sentinels. That is because this will give us an extra 1% recruitable population, which will be nice. So next up is His Majesty's Loyal Government. That'll give us more political power and put Greece out of its misery. Again, we're doing some micromanaging stuff. We want to break this point right here and cut off the rest of the Greek army. They shouldn't be very powerful at all at this point. We should be able to mop the floor with them. And looks like they actually last standed and lost an entire division. So, sucks to be them. We'll see if we can rush down Athens or not. Looks like they're blocking us here. Can we force our way past them? I think we can. Yeah, this guy's getting bodied. Get out of my way, sir. And looks like... okay, damn, that was quick. So, Greece falls. We'll hit okay. And now there's just a little bit more we need to do with the peace deals. Now, personally, I recommend annexing both Thrace and Central Macedonia. Do those first just so Bulgaria can't get their grubby little mitts on it, but it also enables us to do something really cool in the future. Submit that demand, and now, honestly, I'm going to go ahead and puppet the rest of Greece just because I like having puppets. It makes them stronger overall. We can annex them in the future. I'm going to select all, again, take resource rights, submit the demand, and one thing that I highly recommend you do is take their navy. Greece has a little bit of a navy, and if you combine it with the one that you have at the beginning of the game, you should be able to fight the Turkish navy in the future, which is something we do plan to do. Submit that demand, and we're going to confirm and exit. And there we go. That is another country under our clutches. Now, I will admit, I did a little bit of tunnel visioning and forgot to keep clicking on these in Yugoslavia. That's okay. Hungary's been working at it. It's not super important to get this done immediately. We just need to get it done. And we're sending the whole army back to the Yugoslav border. Got another focus done. Let's move on to militarize the Sentinels. This should give us enough manpower to get 750,000 into the field. Hit okay and just keep spending political power on basic normal stuff. We can do improved worker conditions for more stability, maybe some anti-democratic raids, but no, I want to keep my democracy support. King bans critical books. We'll just take the political power hit. Screw them, we got plenty. And now we'll just focus on getting this Yugoslavia annexed. And there we go. This should give us even more recruitable manpower. And with our next focus, we can actually take all parties end, which will get rid of all these stupid little events that we keep getting from Carol II's parties. And looks like we've actually run out of things building. So next up, we're going to do some more infrastructure. Actually, first, let's check for more military factories. We can build more in northern Dobruja and our capital region, so we'll do that. Then queue up infrastructure in North Transylvania and build even more military factories there. I'll also go ahead and hire the Prince of Terror just to hold on to our little places a little bit stronger than we are right now. I'm taking a little bit of garrison damage. That's okay. Force deploy more units, and that puts us at just under the 750k that we need, which is good-ish. We're still missing a lot of the manpower actually in the field, though. And there we go. All parties must end. Looking back at the focus tree, we still want to save split Czechoslovakia for a little bit later, so I'm going to go ahead and move to national defense industry for more military factories. Military factories are just really good, and that's actually going to lead me to actually adjusting my military factory production a little bit. I'm going to set 10 to stay on infantry equipment, then set one more for support equipment and one more for towed artillery, and then queue up about 5 towed artillery. Artillery is going to be pretty important for later, so we want to get a bunch of it now. And another thing that we can do, we have over 100 army experience, So back to the doctrines, under operations, we can actually get even more recruitable population by taking desperate defense. This will immediately give us 5% more recruitable population. We do not have to hold on to this for the whole game, but this is going to help us get over that threshold pretty much instantly. Force deploy these last units, and you are going to see that we are now over the 750,000 that we need to actually declare war on Turkey, which is good. And national defense industry is done. Now, just between you and me, I have wasted a little bit more time than I needed to getting all these claims done. I've got 3 more to make. It's going to take me 3 more weeks to do, so I do need to wait a little bit more before securing the Bosporus. So I'm going to run agrarian reform, and then we're going to do secure the Bosporus. Start that, more military factories. I've got plenty on improved artillery now, so let's get a little bit more support equipment, and that should be a strong enough economy to do a lot of what I want to do. And there is the Anschluss, so this actually changes things just a little bit. Instead of finishing agrarian reform, we need to now do split Czechoslovakia. So we're going to cancel this and immediately go into that. Now, the reason for this is actually going to make sense in a little bit, but this focus is a little bit RNG dependent. We're going to start that, and we're going to start improving relations with Hitler. And again, while we're doing that, we're still doing the Yugoslavia stuff, get our last claims, and get ready to fight them. Now, splitting Czechoslovakia can lead into one of potentially 3 options. The first option is that Hitler just says no, which is why we want to improve relations with him, and most of the time he will just say yes. I have not found that he has ever said no once we've made it this far into doing everything. But now, me and Hungary have a claim on every single Yugoslav territory, which means we can now present the ultimatum. It is a decision right here, just above invite German right. Now, this is going to do one of 2 things. Either they're going to say yes, and we're going to get to annex a bunch of stuff for free, or what I would personally hope to happen, they say no, and we declare war on them immediately. So, we're going to click this and see what happens. Kingdom of Yugoslavia, defiant. So they said no, and this is going to immediately start a war with them. They're not guaranteed by anybody, so we don't have to worry. Now, all we have to do to win this war quickly is actually call Bulgaria to arms, set our general to push, and tell him to be aggressive, because Yugoslavia really shouldn't have enough troops. We can also call in Greece if you really want to, but it only opens up 1 tile, and I don't really care. We're going to unpause, and we're just going to let things go. We might do a little bit of micromanaging, but for the most part, this is going to be an easy war. We got a small little encirclement here. We'll take it. Don't let him escape. And that dude is just getting absolutely bullied. We'll try to take Belgrade as quickly as possible, then come over to Split. You are just going to go deep into Yugoslav territory, my guy. And it looks like this war is going to go pretty quickly. We'll keep an eye on our focus. Looks like it is almost done. So while the Yugoslav war is going, we're going to see the results of split Czechoslovakia. So there are 3 potential options to splitting Czechoslovakia. Either A, Hitler's just going to say no, which shouldn't happen because we have 100 relations and he actually wants to take Czechoslovakia, and we are pretty strong, so he respects us. So more than likely, you're going to have one of 2 options either happen. A, Hitler accepts and we split Czechoslovakia between the Czech portions and the Slovak portion. If this happens, we're going to end up going democratic. On the contrary, there's also the option that Germany says yes, but Czechoslovakia says no, in which case a war starts. So we're going to see which one of the 2 we actually get. Hitler accepts and Venus is defiant. This is the best outcome. So what's going to happen right now? Germany now has a war goal against Czechoslovakia, and they are being guaranteed by both Britain and France. So what's actually going to happen when we unpause the game? Germany declares war on Czechoslovakia and by extension starts World War II early. This is fantastic for us because Czechoslovakia is actually a pretty strong power in this game, maybe even stronger than France if played correctly. But that is going to bog Germany down for a long time, and it means we do not need to go democratic. But we're going to let Germany do whatever it does. Our next focus is going to be securing the Bosporus. Start that focus and let's try to end Yugoslavia as quickly as possible. It should be almost done. And there we go. So Yugoslavia is down. We can make a peace treaty, and this is what I was hoping would happen. So if you really want to, you can go ahead and annex Yugoslavia to your heart's content, but if we really want to do some min-maxing, we got to create a little bit of border gore. I'm sorry, I know it hurts your feelings, I know you've had traumatic experiences with it, but you gotta be strong for me right now. So here's what we're gonna do instead. Depending on whether Hungary actually has any sway in this war or not is gonna depend on how you actually do this, but we are going to try and puppet as many people as possible. If Hungary is actually looking to try and take stuff, try to body block. We're gonna puppet Kosovo, and Transylvania, and Macedonia, and Herzegovina, and Bosnia-Herzegovina, and Slovenia, and every single other one. Except once you make it to Serbia, only grab Serbia and give the rest to Yugoslavia, and click it manually. Don't just say select all. So Moravia, Bačka, Southern Serbia. And that is good. That's all you have to do. Submit that demand. It's going to Balkanize the Balkans even further than they already were, but that is okay. Do not panic. So why have we created this abomination in the Balkans? Well, if you've seen my Yugoslavia playing tall video, you understand what I'm doing. Every single one of these little guys that we just released has access to their own new focus tree, and that includes the industrial effort. So once given enough time, they will run through all of these, and once that happens, we'll be able to annex them for a ton of free factories. Next up, let's send the rest of our army down to Turkey to try and take them on. We're going to create a fallback line in Bulgaria and Macedonia. That's going to be fine. Now, at this point of the game, you do have a little bit of an option, mainly surrounding the Democratic Advisor. If you have a situation like mine where Germany declares war on Czechoslovakia, you can get rid of him, which I am going to do. I'll do that once I actually have enough political power, but that's okay. Now, if you get the situation where you actually get Slovakia for free, you're going to go ahead and shift to democracy now. This will make sense in a little bit. But basically, we want to get involved in World War II, and the easiest way to do that is going to depend on what situation you have. But we'll tackle that later. Right now, I'm ready to go to war with Turkey and hopefully kill them as quickly as possible. Now, here's where I am going to do a little bit of nonsense. This small army at the very end of everything, I'm actually going to create a fallback line with them in these two islands right here. We'll just have them all sit on something like this. We'll get rid of this line so that they don't sit there anymore. Hold that, and they're just going to hold their positions right here. We'll train these guys specifically because we need them to be a little bit stronger and shift them all to our high priority division. I'm sure a lot of you can already see where this is going, but this is going to be a very crucial step in killing Turkey easily. Got more civilian factories. At this point, I'm just going to do some basic building up of stuff, infrastructure in a ton of areas, and more military factories in a ton of areas. All right, so securing the Bosporus is almost done. I'm going to stop training these guys because it doesn't appear as though Turkey is actually paying much attention to me, so I may be able to get a sneaky kill if you know what I mean. There we go. Secure the Bosporus is done, and we are immediately going to take that. Just double check to make sure they're not being guaranteed by the Axis or the Allies. They shouldn't be at this point, but you never know. Declare war, and let's get it. Now, ideally, we want to kill Turkey as quickly as possible, so here's what we're going to do. Go ahead and call Greece in, and that is going to enable us to actually invade Turkey from these islands that Greece controls. So, with these guys in the south, we're going to pin this division, and with these guys in the north, we're going to try and take as much land as we possibly can. If we can pull this off, we will be in fantastic position, and it looks like we have succeeded. So, this guy right here, you are going entirely to this front while these guys push it and try to take as much ground as they possibly can in as short of time as possible. We'll go until we start to face a little bit of resistance. This looks fine. We just need to get as many people in here as quickly as possible. Infrastructure is going to suck a little bit. That's going to be okay. Once our reinforcements show up, we're going to try and bully them out of the way and keep spreading this front line as much as possible. Looks like it's going to work for us, which is good. We really just need to avoid getting bogged down in any dumb fronts. We'll try to get around to the backside of Istanbul, and after that happens, we're taking these guys, putting them on this front. Everybody here is moving to here, and then we call Bulgaria to war to open up another front, and we should be able to push this ideally. Keep trying to stretch this line as much as possible. Now, before I forget any further, at this point, you've got two options. You can either continue down the economy tree for Romania, which I don't think is that strong. You get some civilian factories and some military factories, which are good, but you also have the option of go ahead and starting to suppress your subjects. Personally, I think we're going to go down the economy tree and then suppress subjects later, but really, at this point, it's up to you. We'll do that and keep trying to kill off Turkey as quickly as we possibly can. Looks like we may be able to sneak around here. Maybe we'll pin that and see what we can do. We'll get all the way behind here. Come on, keep going. And hit him from the backside too. Awesome, Istanbul is down. Close this final pocket and we're taking the rest of the military on over to Turkey. All right, final pocket of Turks is wrapped up. Creating a new front line, field marshal front line in Turkey. Setting an offensive line, and we're going to try to kill them as quickly as possible. Everybody go, get it done. You go all the way to Trebizond. Stretch that front line out. You go to Ankara, take the capital, take the little cities next to the capital, and just keep running in as deep as possible. We've got the manpower for it. We've got the troops. Our army is massive. Just keep stretching everything out. Oh, it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. You go down, you go over here. We've got Izmir. That's good. This should go pretty quick. And that was easy. All right. And there's Turkey fully down as well. Now, I'm gonna be honest. I think, again, I would rather just deal with a puppet because Turkey is a massive massive potential to be invaded from, especially going to war with the Axis later. They've got an island with Italy, they've got a border with Iraq, and they've got a border with the Soviets, which we will be at war with at some point. So I think for my own sanity and micromanaging skills, we are going to A, puppet Kurdistan, and then B, puppet Turkey. Looks like Greece actually wants a little bit of something, so we won't do puppet Turkey yet, or Kurdistan. We're actually going to pass, build up a little bit of power, and then do that. Submit that demand, looks like it's good. We'll take the Navy, make that our own, and we're good. Confirm and exit, and life is now good for us. We have conquered pretty much all of the Balkans in its entirety, along with Turkey and Kurdistan. And honestly, all I'm gonna do at this point is start suppressing all of my subjects. We've got a ton of them, so we're getting an absolutely massive value out of suppressed subjects. And at this point, all I can really do is simply wait for world tension to get high enough to go to war with Germany. Improve relations a little bit with Czechoslovakia. I might send an attaché just to see what's going on. But for the most part, we're kind of just chilling. I'll stop trading with France and instead start trading with Turkey for all of my iron and steel. That works. What else can we do? I think I want Dispersed Industry 3. Got more MEO access. We'll just throw on whatever. I do not care. And bring my army back and throw them on the German border, because that'll probably be the next place I go to war if everything goes my way. All right, Czechia, let me see what's up. The answer is you guys are holding on nicely. Very well done. So this war is going to drag on for a while until Japan does some nonsense. Love to see it. And that really just gives me time to do whatever the hell I want to do. I'll take away my daily democratic support now for Captain of Industry. That should help me get back to having, nope, not support for the unaligned. So instead, let's run some anti-democratic raids, get our stability up, all that good stuff, and just focus on getting some of our subjects annexed. I like how our subject of Turkey is now guaranteed by both Germany and the United Kingdom. That is awesome. That is hilarious. And looks like our Balkan subjects are actually doing what I wanted them to do and building military factories. I like it. I like that a lot. All right, Czechoslovakia is starting to get a little bit rattled, but they should be all right. Still holding that Sudeten land, and Poland refuses German ultimatum. There is no way you guys actually declare that war. I know for a fact you are not going to declare that war because I've done this scenario way too many times already to know it's not happening. Instead, what I'm going to do is change over my high priority division and add some line artillery in to actually make them a little bit better at soft attack. Something like this is fine, and I'll change this to a symbol I can recognize. That leaves us down a little bit on artillery, but we're just about done with all of this stuff. That'll be nice. Italy's sponsoring rallies in the capital. Oh, fantastic. I sure love that. We'll just take the hit. Change in popularity of the non-aligned. We're staying non-aligned. Screw you. We are not becoming fascist. Fascism is still banned, but because of the influence, we're still growing it. I need 50 world tension to actually declare war on Germany, which is something that I would really like to do. Come on, somebody, spike world tension for me, please. Non-aggression pact with Italy? Sure. I would rather not mess with you in the slightest. Well, looks like the Czechs are holding just fine. Oh, the Soviet Union declared war on Finland, which means we're at 49 world tension. Come on, do a little bit more evil and I'll be okay. Germany's mad at me for my attaché, but I don't care. I'm sending it wherever I want. Screw you, man. There we go. Poland joined the Allies. Does that mean they're declaring war on Germany? Very maybe. Come on, I just need a little bit more world tension. All right, there is Poland actually in the Allies. They've joined an offensive war, and it seems to be going interestingly for them. They're flushing out Königsberg and losing a bit in the south. I had hoped to get involved in this a little bit sooner than that. Come on. Oh, there's 52%. Let's go. I'm declaring war against Germany right here, right now. 30 days. Let's get it. Don't worry, Poland, I'm coming to save you, man! You will not die, not yet, amigo. All right, Poland, just hold on a little bit longer. All right, Germany has pulled troops onto me. This is good, but I don't know if it's gonna be enough. I just need Poland not to die. And as of right now, it looks like they are trying to die. There we go. War goes on. Let's go to war with Germany. Screw you, man. Get out of here. And we'll call Hungary in just to open up this front a little bit more than what it is. Send this, and make sure I've got organization first for reinforced speed. Let's see how this goes. Oh, I see a lot of green arrows and a few red arrows also. Come on, Germany, you better respect me. Put some troops on my border. Oh, yes, sir. Give me that encirclement, baby. Oh, that's a nice little pop. We'll get military access from Poland. And let me get military access from Czechoslovakia. Thank you, thank you. Nope, everybody stay on this front here. Keep on going. All right, let me hold my offensive for just a second. We've got like 3,000 artillery, which means I think I can convert my entire military to my big infantry with the artillery gun. Yep, I absolutely can. Let's do that. We'll give them a second. second. Nope, nope, nope. Everybody halt. No pushy, not yet. We need more soft attack to shred these Germans. All right, I've got an attaché with Poland as well, looks like. They're doing just fine in the north. Fortunately, our supply is a little bit terrible in some places, so I may need to build a supply network, supply hub, something like that. My goodness, the supply is jacked up pretty bad in some spots. See if we can start wrestling control back to Czechoslovakia. Ooh, maybe. We're opening the corridor. Oh, it's looking good. How about this other side? Is this gonna work? Oh, it is. Wait, nope, maybe encirclement. Well, the Czechs are doing just about everything they can to lose right now, so let's see if we can help them a little bit more than I am already. Ah, there they go. They've brought Italy into the war. This is exactly why I wanted to puppet all of Yugoslavia. Now you've got no border with me and you cannot invade, stupid. How do you like that? Oh no, Germany declared war on Yugoslavia. My boy. Too bad you can't get to him. Stupid. You know, I've got a bit of a hunch that I might be able to close this pocket over here. And the UK has imposed a naval blockade on me. Thank you, man. I'm just fighting your war for you. But no, absolutely not. And the US has got a naval blockade too. Am I too evil? Is that the matter? Let me just do some more anti-fascist raids to make it better. My god, the air support over Czechoslovakia is decimating me. Once I get a little bit more of my economy rolling, I may start shifting into anti-aircraft guns. That seems like a good idea. So let's instead push where they don't have air control, mainly Poland. Actually, can I just bully this one unit here out of the way? Oh, maybe. Nope, they brought more reinforcements, but I might reinforce meme him. Nope, I got reinforced memed myself. Now hit him. Nice. I got in. It may not matter, but we'll attempt to make it matter. Nope, they're fighting me for it. That's all right. Oh, we might have an encirclement here. Nope, they're panicking again. Reinforced panicking. Can we knock out these Italian troops? Nope, they reinforce the moment I push them. All right, well, as long as we push in places where we have air support, we do really good. We bully them out of the way almost like it's nothing. And we've almost reclaimed Poznan. Yep, we have. Awesome. Let's just go ahead and fill out the rest of this all together. I need to hurry up and put the hurt on Germany before the Soviets decide to get involved. And here is the dreaded Bessarabia demand. Now, there is a chance that you might get lucky and be able to kill Germany quickly before this happens. If you can do that, then you can fight the Soviets. But in this situation, I'm just gonna have to give it to them. It's not ideal, but it is the situation we're stuck with, as Germany's posing a little bit more of a problem than I wanted, because Czechoslovakia didn't last as long as I wanted them to. They'll take it, but that's okay, because I really didn't build much in there anyway. But we are close to a massive encirclement down here. If we can get this, I think Germany dies. Oh, here we go. Here's the event I was waiting for. Poland seeks cooperation, so if we actually defend Poland for long enough, we'll actually get the option to join the Allies, which is something we can't actually do normally because we declared an offensive war. I am absolutely going to be taking this because I do want the protection of being in the Allies, and now this should make a lot of the battles way easier. Now, we're also super close to being able to close another pocket, especially in the north here. I would love to make this happen. We might be able to with this hit right here. Bring in enough firepower to close it all. Oh, I think it's gonna work. Let's go! Pocket closed. Big hit to Germany. And now let's start crushing all their hopes and dreams. And maybe even the same thing down here. Oh, nope. They grabbed it. And there's the Soviet Union declaring war on Poland. So we've got our situation where we did not kill Germany quite fast enough to get everything I wanted. That should be okay-ish. Italy seems to be falling quickly. That's a good thing. And I'm just going to try to kill as many of these German divisions as I possibly can in as short a time as possible. Well, there goes Czechoslovakia to, of course, the Soviet Union. That's awesome. But at least that stops them from pushing here. They're going to be pushing Poland, and there's really not much I can do about it. All I really want is to kill these German divisions. And the encirclement goes well. Let me crush these 50 divisions real quick. Come on. There we go. Big casualty numbers on Germany. That should ensure the fall of the Axis. Belgium's in the Allies. Why on earth would you go and do that? I recommend not joining the war, please. Do not let France fall. Nope, there they are. All right, hopefully this actually goes well. Well, looks like I may need to pull my army out altogether. I may join the war soon to help prevent even further losses, but I really want the Germans to go to war with the Soviets. In the meantime, though, I can start reducing the autonomy on some of my subjects. Slovenia? Integrated puppet? Sure, why not? That'd be nice. More power for me. Just gotta keep buying time until the US shows up, and that should be the deciding factor. And there goes Poland, but I think I got my entire army out, so I'm not too upset about it. Alright, well, it seems like the Allies are actually putting some hurt on the Germans now, which is good. Britain's actually helping the Netherlands, and Belgium joining turned out to be a good thing. I thought that was just gonna mean the death of France. Oh yeah, and Italy is still going semi-well. Good, 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 good. Okay, we've stopped some of the bleeding. The Soviets are now stuck on the German border and have nobody to actually fight directly, which is very, very good, except in India. That means I can finally focus on killing the Germans off. And we got more subjects to reduce the autonomy on. Who's next? Hungary? Integrated puppet? Sure, why not? Give me more factory access. Let's rip this open, go back to Prague. Give me that back. That don't belong to you, Germany. That's mine. Oh god, they are weak right now. Another little encirclement. Pop that bad boy. Nice, nice, nice. Alright, things are really starting to move now. Germany's lost most of its fighting force. Moves so easily now. Give me the Sudeten back. This don't belong to you. And now they're just leaving the front line altogether. Awesome. I love the AI that doesn't know how to play the game. Yeah, it is just full over for Germany at this point. I don't think there's much that can be done for them anymore. Just keep pushing. Keep on pushing. We have such a massive advantage on them now. It's only a matter of actually breaking through to Berlin. That'll push him out. Give me that. Give me that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And it should just only be a matter of time until Berlin falls. They've lost all of their fighting strength. They must have lost the air war. Yep, that is exactly what's happened. America joined and now we're just decimating them. Bye-bye, bye-bye. Sure here, Punger here. They can't do anything anymore. Got them surrounded, pinned next to the Maginot. Come on, crush that. Get them out, get them out. Smash them up against the other allied lines. Oh, it's gorgeous. Oh my god, this is actually just the Maginot Line. I thought they were against it, but no, this is just it. Let's take that back real quick, please. Actually, never mind. I'm not gonna worry about that. Pop, pop, pop. Little encirclements dying. More and more and more. Oh, it's beautiful. All right, so Germany should be just about to die, I believe. We'll just send some guys straight to Berlin. Go, take it. Berlin is mine. Let's go. All right, how much more do I actually need? Oh, they're super close to dying, 92%. Come on, get it. I don't even know where we need to push anymore. Just keep pushing all kinds of places. All right, just snaking our way to victory points now. We got more military factories. My god, I've got so many. I don't know what to do with all these. And I like how we're still just avoiding the border with the Soviets. Oh, what is this? Can I close this pocket? Probably. Oh my god, we did it. Ah, Germany's dead. All right, okay. Huh, we got some interesting things to take at this point. So, number one, I want to take Albania here. This mine. Give me that. Give me this island. Nope, I can't take that one. Give me all this. And parts of Austria. Submit that demand. Who's challenging me? Istria. No. That's mine, man. You can't take that. Close, and let's keep going with some more stuff. Come on, bro. Don't fight me. Just give me what I want. It's one little territory. It's not even that big a deal. You had better not fight me this entire way. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, confirm and exit. We're good. And that now gives us control over Austria as well, and it is time to go back and fight the Soviets. So let me get on that border, and I think we're just about there. That's fine. Let's get involved in this war. Cold arms from Belgium, let's do it. Let's try and snag ourselves an encirclement back in my homeland. Thank you very much. You thought you could take this and get away with it, huh? No, absolutely not. Oh, I see a weak point. Oh, will this pop? Will this pop? Oh, it might. It might. They're hungry. Join me. Oh my god, that's 9 division. Never mind. Oh, I see it. I see something unoccupied. No, dang it, they got there. I think I'm still waiting for all my units to show up to the front. Oh, we got the encirclement. Yes, allies. Thank you. No idea if we'll be able to close this or not, but they're starving to death, and that's true, so we don't have to worry about. All right, close this pocket up. Hitting them, move them out, and one more hit should do. This will free up a lot of material. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh! Oh, thank you, sir. That frees up more of my divisions to go mess with them even harder. Can I hit this? Take the airbase? Oh, I can. I can reduce more of my subjects down. Let's just spread them out down here. Oh, that cuts them off. Nice, nice, nice. I didn't even realize that was going to do that. Nail that. Oh, they're trying to escape now. I guess it makes sense, but I'm not happy about it regardless. Come on, give me this. Give me this. Another 20. Come on. Let me pop the whole thing. Oh, nice. Nice. It's like 50 divisions already fully killed off. See if I can stretch them out and go for a massive encirclement here as well. If I can hit this, that'll be huge. Poland being liberated. Make it a little bit safer. Rip this open. Oh, we're close. Let me get a little bit more in. Oh my god, give me this encirclement, please. Oh, it's working. Come on, a little bit more. Oh, that's it. That is it. Pop that close. Ooh, big one. Keep closing in. Oh, we've got so many. Oh, it's gonna be beautiful. Come on, give me this. Is this 50, 60? No, this might even be 70. All right, let me see the number. Let me see the number. 1434. This is like 60 divisions. Pop them. Goodbye. Oh, look at that number drain and they're gone. Oh, it's beautiful. All right, everybody go back to the front lines that are incredibly sparse now. Just start sending it. We've got this in the bag. Look at all that green. Another 3 divisions. Let me eat those. Pop, pop, pop. Thank you very much. And this is just sad. We're shifting aggressive. We've got the logistics for it. More steel needs to be bought. Sure. We got the economy for it. Go kill the Soviets. Oh, time to make the big push and just send it. Man, you know it's bad when Iran is pushing the Soviets. Well, we took Moscow. How close are they to giving up? 80% of the way there, a little bit more. And there's Stalingrad. How much longer? They are 97% of the way done, and we've done 50% of the war, so we're about to get paid out of this. Just go shoot for Leningrad. Perfect! Soviet Union's down. Let's see what we can actually make out of this. There we go. Not too bad. Decent little chunk of Russia. Pretty much all the valuable stuff. They kept the Russian Federation around, so, yeah. And I guess we're still at war with Japan, so, I'm just gonna let the Allies handle that, and I'm just gonna worry about my own stuff while I get all my subjects re-annexed. Oh, and what's this? An homage to love. I can rename Stalingrad and Leningrad to Magdograd and Zizigrad? We can rename them after the king's lovers, I think. I only read like half of this, so yeah, let's just do that. That's funny. Why not? Oh my god, what? Germany just declared war on Yugoslavia. They declared war on me? Why? Wait, huh? Okay, I guess. Everybody hurry up and go get on the front. Huh? Why on earth have you done this? There is no way you guys are strong enough to kill me off, right? Oh my god, my troops need to hurry up and get over there. Too bad I had to delete some. Can I call these guys to arms? We're just gonna go in because I feel like there's no shot they actually have a military strong enough to face me. No, their military sucks. What am I looking at? What is this? Oh, but they still have their air force. Who let them have that? Well, I can't say I understand remotely why Germany did this, but I am profiting from it, so I guess I won't question it that much. Yeah, still can't say I have a clue why Germany has done this, but I guess I'm driving to Berlin. Yeah, I'm honestly so perplexed as to what the plan was. Kill off these units, bye-bye. Pinned on the Danish border, bye-bye. And pinned on the Polish border, get rid of that tank division, bye-bye. And done again, I guess. I'm so confused. Well, since I can't trust Germany to not declare war on me, we're just gonna annex all of it. Why not? Why not? Submit that demand. And take whatever bit of navy they had left. That's mine. Get out of here. It's all Romania. Always has been. Looks like Japan should be falling soon. So let's go ahead and start actually annexing all my subjects. Okay, well, I'm beginning to realize this is going to take a lot longer than I thought it would. Leave it to me to forget that this requires 300 political power to annex a subject, and yeah, it's going to take a little bit to get that done. Every 2 is a year, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5 more years to get that done. So yeah, maybe just don't make this many subjects when you do this plan. Learn from my mild mistake. It'll be more powerful, it'll just take forever. But yeah, these provinces do have a ton of factories in them. This one's got 8 18, damn. But yeah, occupation map mode is going well. We've got some compliance built up, I'm liking it, and about 400 factories, with unfortunately not much left to do, so this is gonna have to cut it here. But anyway, that is going to conclude playing as Romania the right way in Hearts of Iron 4. Goodbye.